Hey everyone, welcome to the Reddit branch. Today we have interesting stories from Reddit that I would love to hear your opinion about. So feel free to let me know what you think down in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for content like this every day. First story. Would I be the a-hole if I started charging my husband admin fees? Hello all. I'm really awful at explaining things, so I'm happy to answer questions if you have any. I'm a stay-at-home wife and mother of 4. My husband is a breadwinner. This means I take on almost all of the housework, child raising, and I try to do as much as I can so he can come home and relax as much as possible. One of the things I'm in charge of is all his admin, whether it be updating his resume, booking him into courses, flights, appointments, arranging accommodations, sending off his application to jobs, he tells me which ones, and all the relevant paperwork that goes with it. If anyone ever gets an email from him, it's me. Usually I don't mind this. I worked as a receptionist before we were married, and it's never really anything overcomplicated that needs doing. Although sometimes it's difficult to do the tasks as quickly as he wants them done because I have to wrangle a gaggle of children. Well, today he rang me in a huff thinking I could possibly risk his upcoming new job by not sending in the correct paperwork. Even after I explained 3 times that I had done it all and that it had been received by the recruiter, he continued being short-tempered and snippy. Now I'm thinking, since he expects me to always drop whatever I'm doing and immediately see to his paperwork whenever it comes in, I should start charging him a small fee. I thought a maximum of $50 a week for these emergency admin tasks, never ever an emergency, just him being pushy, just enough to do something nice with the kids, because oftentimes I have to skip out halfway through playing with them, or they get upset that mommy cannot hang out anymore as she needs to concentrate and send off these 50 million emails. Would that make me an a-hole? He works so hard, and I feel like this is one of those things that most wives would be happy to do, maybe? But it also feels like I already do so much. Maybe this is just me trying to not be his mate? Am I being petty? Thanks for reading, and I look forward to your judgment. Even if it would make me an a-hole, I would appreciate the feedback. I think I could be an a-hole if I do this because he works long hours and all he really asks for is for me to tab away the computer sometimes. It's not like he's asking me to climb a mountain and wrestle a bear. People replied in the comments with, "You're not the a-hole here. Look, if you're really okay doing basically all the home stuff so he can focus on his career and being the breadwinner, then he can do all the career work and do his own dang applications and emails. You flat out shouldn't be doing any of it. He's being lazy and entitled." You're not the a-hole. Your husband is though. When does he help you? When do you get to relax? He needs to apply to his own jobs and emails, not you. You have enough on your plate already, and also how come you guys don't have a joint account? Sounds a little bit like financial and emotional abuse here in my opinion. You're not the a-hole. It's a typical in marriages for the husband to not understand or appreciate all the wife is doing. If you're taking care of the kids and running a household, you're already doing the work of 5 burly men. Don't diminish yourself. If you let this go on, your feelings of resentment will grow and your relationship will be further damaged. Before you talk to him about this, think about what you really want. Is it respect, appreciation, more free time, more money, or all of the above? Think about the best way to get what you really want. By the way, if it's money you're wanting, there is nothing wrong with that, but $50 is nowhere near enough. I had a similar issue actually, and I tried a number of different approaches before finally saying, "What day of the week do you want to go to couples counseling?" Things improved an awful lot after we went for a few weeks. Now, in my personal opinion, I don't think the poster is in any way an a-hole. She really tries her absolute best and seems to be running at 120% of her energy. Not assuming how hard her husband works, but I believe she deserves the recognition she sees fit. Now on to our next story. Am I the idiot for uninviting my sister from my wedding after she got upset that I'm graduating before her? In my entire family, there is not a single woman who has graduated university. Mom went briefly, but dropped out in the first year when she had me and got married to dad. I did the same thing minus the marriage, and my aunt also did this minus the baby. Therefore, my younger sister was said to be the first woman in our family to graduate university. This was a really big deal to her, and I was aware of this. So when my sister started looking at universities, I admitted to my boyfriend that I was jealous as I never got to complete my degree. He suggested that I go back to university, offering to help me out, so I applied to a few courses and I got accepted into one. When I started my new course, my sister was 17 and planning to attend university the following year, while I was 25 and have been out of education for 6 years now. I didn't tell my family that I went back to university, and the reasoning for this, and I know this is going to sound silly, is that I feel like they forget about me sometimes. I think it's because I'm sort of the family screw up, and because of this, I wait for them to contact me, which they only do like 2 or 3 times a year, and when they do, I only share information they asked for. Partly because I don't want to share with them, and partly because I feel like they don't care about the answer anyways. My boyfriend proposed recently. I told my cousin, who then told my parents, and they called me to confirm it. On the call, Mom said something about starting wedding planning as soon as possible, to which I responded that I was too busy polishing off my dissertation. I didn't realize what I said until after I said it, but Mom realized that to have a dissertation I need to be a couple months off graduating. She then told my sister, who's currently 20 and in her 2nd year of university, meaning she is a full year of graduation. She then called me a brat, accusing me of trying to outdo her due to jealousy, and I admitted that I was jealous at first, but I had always wanted to get my degree, so when my fiancé offered to help me out, I accepted the offer, and was more focused on the idea of getting a degree than outdoing her. My sister latched on the first part of that sentence and again stated that I'm jealous and compared this story to her announcing her engagement or pregnancy at my wedding. To which I responded that I never said she was invited to my wedding in the first place, and given how childish she's acting, she shouldn't expect an invitation. My sister then said I'm being a jerk and my parents both want me to apologize and re-invite her on the basis that it was one argument, and my sister takes a lot of pride in being the first woman in our family to attend university. So I really took the wind out of her sails here, and I need to cut her some slack over her emotional reaction rather than go full bridezilla. So am I being the a-hole here? People replied in the comments with, "You're not the a-hole. You went to university before her, yes you took a few years off, but if you went back because you were just jealous, I don't think you would have actually kept going. She's being a sore loser. She should be happy for you, as should your parents. You have nothing to apologize for, and I would be worried about inviting her to my wedding when she said that this is the equivalent of her announcing a big live event at your wedding. You didn't announce this to anyone, you just told your mom on a phone call. Also, it's yours and your fiance's day, so you get to choose who will be there. You're not the a-hole. You worked so hard to get where you are at, you need support, and your sister cannot see anywhere beyond herself. You have nothing to apologize for. Your sister, on the other hand, needs to grow up and realize how harmful her words can be. Congratulations on all your achievements, it's not easy going back to school, let alone having a child. You're not the a-hole. She should be happy for anyone graduating college. For her older sister to be graduating and getting married, double congrats. If you don't feel comfortable sharing that you're in college, about to graduate and getting married, I would assume there are deeper issues at play here. It sounds like you know your comfort levels, so keep on keeping on. Now, for my personal opinion, I believe that the bride should be comfortable in her own wedding. It's her big day and she gets to do what she wants and invites who she feels happy to see there. For some reason, her parents seem to believe that the world operates around their young daughter, which is completely immature and, to be honest, super annoying. It's totally understandable the pastor does not want to invite her sister. Now into our next story. Am I in the wrong for ruining my parents' retirement by refusing to move in with them? I, 20-year-old female, living with my mother, 55, stepfather, 69, and my brother, 18, in a small town in an apartment building that we definitely hate. Because my brother is about to leave for the army after he graduates high school, my parents are planning on moving about 2 hours away. Their plan is for me to assume half of the rent for the new apartment, and they would travel each month, coming back once a month for doctor's appointments or during the winter season. However, currently I am the only one working in my family, as my stepfather gets disability and social security and my mother gets a child support, and I work as a server cook in a small dining restaurant. During this conversation, I was told that I would have to pay all the moving expenses and to be expected to take care of 2 dogs while they're away. I have many reasons why I refuse to move in with them, mostly because my mother and I have a bad relationship, as well as her being manipulative. She constantly shames me for my weight, which leads to me having an eating disorder that I still struggle with, complains about me trying to be with friends once or twice a week, and disapproves of the hobbies I have. I play Dungeons and Dragons. I really feel like I shouldn't be obligated to do all this, especially since I'm not seen as an adult in their eyes anyways. I'm worried that if I move in with them, I'll be forced to take care of not only half the rent and utilities, but my mother's drinking and smoking habits as well, and my mental health will just go down the drain. But with all the conversations I have had with my parents, with them promising me more independence, I'm worried that I might be in the wrong here. So am I the a-hole here? People replied in the comments with, "You're not in the wrong. You are an adult just as much as your 18-year-old brother is. If they want to move, that's on them. But you are not beholden to fund their lifestyle or play kennel to their pets. You're not in the wrong. Get your own apartment and pay your moving expenses yourself to extract yourself from this mess. Them promising you more independence? You're 20 years old, you have all the independence you choose. Move out. They're using you for financial security and a dog sitter while they do as they please. If they don't want you on your own at 20, it's because they are toxic. You're not in the wrong here. It's crazy they expect you to pay for moving and rent. That's just using you completely. Start saying no and find somewhere else to move. Their plan really makes no sense in the long run anyways. Never ruin your future for someone else's lack of plans. Now, for my personal opinion, I see the reasons the poster doesn't want to follow through with their plan are very valid. In some ways, they're trying to use her as they obviously consider her an adult only when they see fit, which is a red flag that she needs to move out and put some distance between them. This concludes all the stories we have for this video. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to share your opinions in the comment section down below. Until next time.